Alright, so this will be a quick recap. So today, going into the day, I want it to be bullish because it is Friday, and if we take a look at the weekly range, we just dumped. So this is the high of Monday, and we just dumped for the entire week. So I was looking for a TGIF kind of profile to see a rebalance higher into the weekly range. So I was looking at the Wednesday high. I was looking at this high and started this new week opening gap. But we did kind of just have this session AMD profile, which I do use, but I don't really like to use on Fridays. I like to use TGIF mainly on Fridays. So we had this HI accumulation, London manipulated higher, and then we had this New York dump, right? And we also had NFP as well. So that meant we had this data high, we had these kind of equal highs up here. So I was looking for an entry so we can target these liquidity pools. And what I was looking at, we swept Wednesday low, we swept previous week low, we swept these triple equal lows. We had SMT with ES, so I was trying to look for a good entry here, but as you can see, there's like really nothing to go off of, maybe except this big inversion right here. But even then, that wouldn't really be a high probability setup in my opinion. And the one good entry that we got, it was actually a bearish, or it was a short, right? So we had this kind of BPR, we tapped into it, and then we just dumped, and we're still on the way to hitting TP. But this would have been good because if we look at the fib, then from the New York like high to low, we tapped into equilibrium. It's a bit easier to see on the 5-minute, but we tapped into equilibrium. And if we take a look at the fib from right here, then we tapped into and respected OTE with this SMT here. So that was a good entry if you had a bearish bias. But again, I did have a bullish bias, especially right here during the 1050 macro, because as you can see, this is the 10 a.m. open, and we manipulated lower, and then we slowly grinded back up to this 10 a.m. open. So at this point, our 4-hour candle was looking like this with the wick. So it's looking like this basically, right? And this, yeah, I mean, if you saw a candle like this, you would, or I mean, at least I would think that longs are the right player, or we're bullish, right? So that's one reason I didn't really like this entry here. I do definitely like it in terms of just like mechanical kind of an entry, but in line with everything else that we had, the context, the higher time frame bias, and just this 10 a.m. 4-hour candle, I didn't really want to look for shorts here, so I didn't take anything today. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day.